Hey, it's Spence C. Today's video is how do I book gigs without an agent and get paid? It is January the 17th. It is number 19 in a row of these daily videos. And here is the harsh truth. If you're waiting for an agent to book gigs, then you could be waiting a very long time. Now, the good news is you don't need an agent to get paid gigs. Well, how do I know this? Well, I know this because I'm a musician myself, and I've done this in Norway, I've done this in the UK, and you can do it anywhere. And I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to book gigs without an agent. But before that, as you know very well, if you've been showing up to these videos daily, I'm doing these because 2025 is the year of consistency for me. I'm uploading daily and I'm drinking more water. So if you want to join me with this a little bit, or you can just skip on, it's fine. Pause, go and get your drink, come back, press play, and let's do it together. This is about a litre of water. Here we go. Remember, the more water you drink, the more fat you burn. Oh, it feels good. So let's get into this. So before I jump into this, just briefly qualify you. So if you've joined this channel, my name's Spence C. I'm a musician, and also I'm creating this channel, building this channel. You can join me on the journey, going from basically zero, hopefully, to 10K at least on this channel. It's going to take a long time. I know YouTube takes a long time. It's one subscriber at a time, and that's great. I'm happy. I'm here for the long haul. And this is what basically I am all about. I preach this. I'm 51 years old. I'm a musician, and I'm just trying to share the things that I've learned in the sort of 20 or so years I've been in and around the music business. I'm sharing with the things that I'm learning as I'm going along, that I'm experimenting with. So I'll share the losses, I'll share the gains, I'll share the progress with you guys. So if you want to join me on the journey, hit the notification bell so you never miss another one of these daily videos. Please comment down below. Let me know what you're working on at the moment, where you're at with your music. You can even drop your music links down below and show me where you're at. Don't show me, tell me, show me where you're at. And also, if you've got any requests for topics for these videos, drop them down below as well. It's always good to hear what you guys are struggling with and what you guys want to see. A lot of these videos are kind of based on frequently asked questions. So these are the things that I hear myself asking, I hear other musicians talking about or asking me directly. So without further ado, how do we book gigs without an agent and get paid? So the first step really is to get, it's a pretty obvious step really, is to get good live, right? And that means practicing, not just rehearsing the songs, but practicing the set. So you know how to connect songs with interesting conversation, not just rambling in jokes and just making it up as you go along. Actually script it out, perform it, practice it, so you know how to set up each song. Now that is a show, and that's what we're going towards. That's what we're aiming towards. Not just a gig of like, oh, what song shall I play tonight? Oh, that'll do, and then just getting up and playing it. Think it out. Have a sort of a structure, a dynamics to your set. Start off in the sort of a mid-range song, and slowly build it up to your in intensity or tempo to a 9 or a 10, and then drop it back down to a 5, 6, maybe go down to a 2 or 3 in terms of intensity and tempo. So there you kind of slow ballads, the kind of introspective stuff, and then sort of build it up again. And if it's a short set, obviously you'll be trying to finish on a high, or you can finish on a sort of more of an intense, sort of a lower tempo thing. But that's all for another video. But that's just an example of what I mean by creating a show, creating dynamics, creating moments within the show that people go, wow. And they're the things that people then start to sort of emotionally connect to you with. You're not just rattling through songs like you're in a rehearsal room. You're putting together a show with moments that make people gasp or make people feel something. Yeah. So again, a title for another video, but that's basically what you want to start with. Get your show together, get a good half an hour at least, and this is if you're playing original music, if you're playing your own songs, this is what I'm talking about. This as well, what I've been doing is playing cover songs, which is completely different in a way, because you can charge more, you can get paid more, you've got more scope to get more gigs because you're playing songs that people already know. It's an easier sell to a pub or a club or a restaurant if you're playing songs that people know, right? And that's just how it is, unfortunately. But there's nothing to stop you peppering in your own songs in within that set. So as long as it's kind of 80-90% covers and then put your own songs in there, that's great. And of course the covers will be done your way as well. Often when I play covers, I reimagine them all. I play them in different keys. I don't play certain bits of the song, I rearrange them. But people, as long as the chorus is the same, most people don't really care. I mean, that may be something I can expand on in another video. But so first of all, that is the nuts and bolts of it. Just get good live, get a good set together, and then record it. You could do that in a rehearsal room. You could just do it at open mic. Record yourself playing live. Don't record yourself dubbed with your recorded music over the top, because it doesn't show you how you are as an artist, how you are live. That's what people want to see. So once you've got that and you've got some video of you playing live, start to put that up on your Facebook, on your social media page, and have it like what they call an electronic press kit. So get a bio together, and that we'll go more on that in step 2. But if you've got the content together, that's the first step, and get it up on social media. Start hitting local venues up. So this is the step. That was the pre-step, I guess. Start hitting up pubs, clubs and venues. Send them links, send them on Facebook Messenger, that kind of thing. Get on Facebook groups and just say to them, hey, look, describe who you are, what kind of act you've been. If it's covers, make sure you've got a good selection of covers on video. And just hit them up and say, I see that you do live music. I'm a live music artist. This is my video. I'm available these times. This is my prices, that kind of thing. And just start a conversation. Or you could, the first message could literally be, hey, I see you doing live music. Are you looking for more acts? Then they can say yes or no, or maybe. And then you've got an in. And again, persistence is key. If you don't get a message or back, if you don't get a positive message back, first off, don't give up there. Keep going until you get some kind of dialogue going. Until they say yes, or if they say, well, just send us a link, we'll let you know. That's great. Send them a link and just keep following up. They might just say, no, we've stopped doing live music, for good, blah, 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 blah. And then you can, just say, okay, that's it, done. Strike it off your list, and keep going. So it's good to be organized about this thing. If you want to put it in a database, put it all down, record, note down however you want to do it, on a piece of paper or on Google Sheets or whatever. Look at the ones you've sent out to. Have you followed up? Have they responded? That kind of thing. And if it's local, go in person. Nothing beats in person, because online it's so easy to just ignore messages and messengers and all that kind of stuff. It's really easy to do that. We all do it. So so don't take it personally. Go into the venue in person if you know it, or if it's nearby. Get to know the people, get to know the atmosphere, and ask people in person. They're much more likely to see you and to respond there and then in the moment positively in person, because you're there in front of them. It's harder to sort of fob you off if you're there, right? And be prepared to show up and support the music that's going on already. Don't just go in there and take, offer, buy a couple of drinks, bring some friends along, go and see some of the live acts that are there and get your face known. That can be another way of getting in. And then they know you, and then it's more of a conversation, a natural flow of the conversation. Yes, oh yeah, I play music. Oh yeah, well, we do music here, that kind of thing. Or you can be more direct, mix it up, whichever approach you feel is appropriate. You'll know in your bones what intuitively the way to go with it. So leave that up to your discretion. So now you've got that. You're going direct to places that have live music, and again, just start local and just go outwards. You don't want to go too far out, because obviously, if you do get a regular gig there and it's like 3 hours away, it's not going to be profitable for you, because you're going to spend all the money and time getting there, right? So, I guess anything within like 45 minutes, hour max, I would say. Me personally, if you want to travel further, that's up to you. But ideally, you want to get things that are very close, and so it just saves on time and money getting there. So when you've done all that, you get your simple pitch. This is kind of step 2, I guess. Your simple pitch, and it can be just like on your Facebook page. It could be a simple one-page website. Electronic press kit will have your bio, it will have a bit of history, it'll have your upcoming gigs, and it'll have a video. And if you're going for like cover versions, if you're doing that kind of route, then ideally having a list of the songs that your repertoire, that's the word I was looking for, of songs ready to go, and make sure they're all, a good mix of contemporary and old stuff. So that kind of straight away, that's the kind of meat and potatoes of what you want. And like I say, I'll reiterate this is step 3, I suppose. And when you've done all this, and I kind of talked about step 3 and step 1, but step 3 is the follow-up. So the fortune is in the follow-up. So don't expect, just because you've got your video, just because you've got the good set lined up, just because you've got your EPK, just because you're approaching them in person, don't expect it all to go your way straight away. Keep following up until you get a response, until you get a booking. I can't stress this enough, because this is what I hear and see a lot of the time, when people get disheartened because they've they've approached a venue once, and they've said, well, I'm not sure, or no, or not at the moment. And they're going, oh, fine, that's it then. And walked away and never responded back. I can't count the amount of times I've approached a venue and they've said at the beginning, well, we're not doing anything at the moment. And I've said, oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I'll send you my stuff anyway and the follow-up. And then, like, a few months later, lo and behold, because the staff at pubs and clubs and restaurants, usually there's quite a high turnover. So it's very likely that the person who was in charge then at that point, who said no or maybe to you, has moved on within a few months, and somebody new comes in and they want a new broom sweep clean, they want to do things differently, and then you respond again, and somebody new, and you go, hey, you do live music? Oh yeah, I've just got my diary, I'm just about to book in a load of new acts for the new quarter. Right, when do you want? And I've had that time and time again, a new person coming in, and they're just about to, they're full of like ideas, and they really want to book ahead and do everything right. And so you coming to them and saying, hey, look, I'm available these dates and blah, blah, blah. It just makes it easy for them, So keep following up. That is the key thing to this. And also, when you're putting your stuff out there, people just call you. And again, I get this a lot when I've put stuff up on YouTube, I've put stuff up on Facebook. And I've had people message me and get gigs, and they say, look, I saw you on Facebook. Do you want to play our place? It looks like what you're doing is great. Can you come up? And I've had several gigs that way. And then, second connections have got in touch with me. Oh, so-and-so saw you on Facebook and told me that you'll be available, or I heard from this guy that you play. And then, but so you have to be out there, you have to be visible, and you have to be current, having this stuff out there, and then people can watch you and see what you're about, and then get in touch with you. And it's as easy as that. I mean, Facebook is a great resource. I mean, you can say at the moment it's it's going through a bit of a political shift, right, with its policies. But the bottom line is it's still great for things like this, for getting in touch directly with venues, because a lot of people, are on Messenger. So don't ignore Facebook. Get in there. Yeah, use that Facebook groups. Use WhatsApp. Use if you're in the UK, there's a thing called Nextdoor as well, which is another hyper-local kind of on-site, which I've had some success on there as well, like with teaching music, for example. So again, just get yourself out there, and The extra bit that I would say was to set up your, you know me, I'm all about Google business profiles. Set up your Google business profile and keep adding stuff to it, new pictures, new songs, new videos, new offers, new merch, new gig dates, updates, everything. Just keep it updated and fresh, which means it's top of mind, it starts to rank. And then when people are looking, like, again, that scenario I was just talking about, someone takes over at a new pub, a new manager, and he's like, right, I want to get some new bands in. And so they start going, musicians near me, on Google. Ba-bam, you turn up, front page, top of the list, or in the top 3, they're going to contact you, right? So you've got to be visible. So get your Google profile updated. And if you want any help with this, if you want to dive deeper into these strategies, setting up this system, this flywheel that I'm talking about, then I'm here to help you. My contacts are in the descriptions down below. And once again, if you've enjoyed this video, please share it with someone who you think would benefit from it, someone you enjoy. Maybe it's someone in your family who's over 40, over 50, that's kind of me, who's maybe restarting their music career. Maybe they did it a few years ago or before COVID, and they dropped out for a while, and then they're restarting it in January 2025. So send this to them. It might be a help to them to get them refocused on their music. Or maybe you're already in music and you just needed a refresher. Maybe you've had some agents. Maybe you've been dropped by some agents, which I know I've experienced that. Maybe you're just fed up with agents getting their cut and not doing much, and you feel like you want to get the whole piece of the pie and you want to book your own gigs. This is where you start. So with that being said, remember, rejection is just correction. Ridicule is fuel. Resilience is the key. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.